Bonsoir. That sounds great. LuSnake has very interesting Duke, DUC, and it's always interesting to observe the scouts, which can potentially hurt the villagers which has low HP, for example. It shouldn't be that hard to find the opponents regarding the position of each of the players, which are really in mirror from each other. I don't know if Ace can lure the boar. I think it's maybe a 1.0 AI, I think. Not sure. Okay, it does lure the boar. That's a good point. Ace is made by Alevo, which who scripted Tyrant, which is another AI playing in the Davis Cup 5. Alevo is no more active. He was still around 3 years ago, maybe. And he did make a lot of AIs. Tyrant looked to be the best one. Ace is made a bit older. And okay, LuSnake is already stealing 2 ships. 4 ships, looks like. That's already a good start for LuSnake. And the feudal age time is definitely a good time. The difference between LuSnake and Beginner, which is the other AI made by JackyLin, is the fact that the LuSnake is kind of passive, I would say. It's a defensive AI. So the attempt of an attack should probably come from red, which did find its opponent, at least the blacksmith. Oh, interesting. Ace has hands go for 1 stable. Why not? It already does have a lot of farms. Okay. Bloodline is researched before having trained a second scout. And okay, Ace has the military advantage. Okay, that's a good reaction. It goes for a second barrack, maybe to train more spearmen fastly. The defense was great from LuSnake. Unfortunately, red tends to send its units one by one. That won't help. It's pure TSA. And what I like is the fact that LuSnake is not focusing on that tower. The red lumber camp was definitely not in a good position. Pretty open to the enemy's attack. Well, it's building everything: 2 barracks, 3 outer range, 2 castles. Maybe we can expect from some cavalry archers. That would make sense. Wow. It's definitely too many army building. Building a TC could have been way more effective at this point. Well, red is not too far behind, but blue has taken a huge advantage at this point. And eventually a third TC for LuSnake. And one more barrack. That's too many buildings. When you see that it trains units one by one almost, maintaining the military population around 13, 12 military population. That third lumber camp is really a shame. So exposed. Okay, eventually a good lumber come for red. But now blue does have twice more civilian population than its opponents. The game is close to be over. What killed in the early game Ace is probably the lumber camp, which was too exposed. And other side, I would say that those many buildings are already a waste of wood. LuSnake could have developed a way better economy if it did build TCs faster and more farms. I definitely hope that JackyLin is gonna update his AI, which has potential, but we see the issues in that game. Well, Ramsey is actually attacking the farm instead of the TC. For TC population against 120. And it's hard to say which is the main unit of LuSnake at this point. It's eventually training, researching cavaliers. Okay, it looks to be the ultimate SO for a snake. Okay, we've got eventually the heavy cavalry archers, which is something good. GG. Okay, let's go for the 4 versus 4. Okay, I will need to update the score. Let's focus on blue. Of course, LuSnake is a favorite in this 4 vs 4, but I definitely would like to see a close game this time. So we've got a Mayan. Red is Mayan, so is green. So the Mayan is gonna be the flank for Ace, while green is gonna be pocket. LuSnake tends to go for Eagles, Warrior, Rush as pockets, so it might be proactive. Persian is definitely a pretty strong civilization, even in as flank or pocket. And Frankish flank. And the opposite side we've got Frankish flank 2, Chinese pocket, and Persian pocket. I don't remember how Ace plays as pocket. I hope it goes for knights. It should detect its position, of course. Well, if we compare the two players, we notice that Ace built way more farms. That's a lot, I would say, in Dark Age. And that's gonna be archers as flank, Mayan flank. But one artillery range only. Oh well, I'm pretty sure that it will attempt a fast castle. Oh, I wouldn't get why it built so many farms. Okay, orange go for a fast castle knights. So is doing yellow. Okay, purple does the same, regardless of the fact it's actually flank. The distance between red and teal is quite close, I would say. What I know about LuSnake is the fact that it checks the military population of its enemy, and that way it tries to maintain the same amount of military population than its opponent. So as long as Ace doesn't train military population, LuSnake shouldn't train any. Okay, it's eventually starting to train some. Let's see what the eagles can do. That might work, of course, against the archers. And once again we see that LuSnake tends to build every buildings for no reason. Actually 4 barracks, 2 archer range. And Ace is taking the lead. Grey wasn't found. Oh, I'm scared that Grey has troubles. Of course it didn't find the position to build his lumber camp. That way Grey is already out of the game. It looks like Ace is gonna get the victory. And despite all those buildings, Green didn't train any military populations at this point. The issue maybe comes from the fact that LuSnake works on its AI on Warlow Kingdom. So that would explain why it's actually playing bad as Mayan in AOC. Oh, LuSnake already resigned, the blue player. That's gonna be a very hard, very fast game. And Ace did play well in that game, defiantly. So we've got 1-1. Okay, 33 minutes. It doesn't happen that often in a 4 versus 4. That was really fast. No match here. Let's go for the 2 versus 2 right now. That's gonna be Huns plus Chinese. Wow. We've got so many times Huns. Let's hope that blue won't have the same issue. Okay, this Lumbercom is not in a bad position this time. I don't like much that Lumbercom from green. Close to 4 trees only. Of course, the green map is horrible, to be honest. That's really is a map any AI will hate. In the opposite side, green, okay, red and yellow have okay maps, but red did have an issue with its lumber camp. That's really unfortunate. I hope that Ace can build a new lumber camp before starting to spam the farms, or it will be a big issue for Red. This is right. Yellow didn't mill the berries. You're right, cheese on toast. I didn't check it. But of course, it does build a decent lumber camp. It looks like LuSnake and Ace decided to reveal their issues in this game. Let's see which AI will be the less buggy. And green definitely need a fast new lumber camp, or it will be GG by itself. I think that yellow did build that mill before having found its berries. It happens sometimes that the berry is in a very odd position in the map and the scout doesn't find it at time. That way we can sometimes see AIs having some bugs, like never build a mill just because it didn't find the berries, and that way the AI is just stuck. I guess that Alevo did find this potential issue and decided to add a code, a script, to force the building of the mill after a certain time, and it probably what did happen in that game. That is hurting a lot. It's spamming so many farms and it does have a terrible lumber camp. Of course the wood drop distance is big enough, I would say. And in this case, well burrow is going to be pretty important for red, I would say. Fortunately, it's actually researching it. And the second lumber camp was not great for green, but better than nothing. I guess that the third lumber camp is gonna be on this small forest. Okay, we've got eventually a good lumber camp for red. Red is safe. Now let's see. Blue was the one having the best start. And it's actually fine, I would say. It could defend pretty well in 1 versus 2. Yellow didn't find green. LuSnake tends to attack the same opponent. It's something I noticed. This is a good attack from the TC, which detected an enemy unit close to the TC. Yellow eventually found green. Red does have a lot of wood, a lot of food. For some reasons it stays stuck in the feudal age. Okay, it's eventually researching castle. Okay. Poor green, which has so bad map, but it managed to play its best anyway. Four population now for red. Green did find a good forest, but so close to yellow. It's easy kill for yellow. And blue is just finishing the job on red and already sending its army on yellow. That's a good job. Nothing much to do actually for yellow. Well, this game was pretty decent from LuSnake. Much better than the 4 versus 4, which was one-sided for Ace. And Ace looks to have bad design rules. It should already have said GG. This castle is a waste, I would say. Really too far in the back. It's protecting absolutely nothing. So LuSnake is winning 2-1. So at this point we've got Melee on 3 points, Yggdrasil 3 points, LuSnake 2 points, it means 2 victory and 4 lows, and Ace 1 point, 1 victory and 5 lows. Let's give an end to that game.